What would you do if a simple act of kindness completely changed your life? I thought I was just giving away my sandwich to a hungry homeless man. But little did I know, he was actually my fiancé's billionaire father in disguise. This story is full of shocking twists, hidden secrets, and lessons about compassion you won't forget. Tell me in the comments, would you still have given him the sandwich if you knew the truth? And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next unbelievable story. In a world where negativity often echoes louder than compassion, a single unexpected act of kindness can feel revolutionary. Think about the countless moments where someone has been mocked publicly, humiliated, or reduced to a joke. People rarely realize how deep those scars can run. Yet, just as one careless insult can break a spirit, one simple gesture of kindness can rebuild it. When someone is laughed at in front of others, it plants doubt, shame, and silence in their heart. But when kindness appears, genuine, unexpected, and sincere, it has the power to rewrite that painful memory. A smile, a word of encouragement, a hand reaching out instead of pointing to mock. These are not small things. They are seeds of hope that can grow into confidence, resilience, and even new beginnings. History and everyday life show us this truth repeatedly. Public mockery may win attention for a moment, but kindness builds legacies that last. The real strength is not found in belittling others, but in lifting them up when the world tries to tear them down. Every act of kindness whispers to someone, "You are not alone. You are worthy. You matter." So let's reflect. Do we want to be remembered as those who laughed at others' pain, or as those who stepped in with compassion when it was needed most? Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Write it as a bold affirmation. Declare your stance. Say things like, "I will never mock someone publicly. I choose kindness over cruelty. I believe lifting others is more powerful than laughing at them. I stand for respect, not humiliation." Your words matter. Your affirmation could inspire someone else to rethink how they treat others tomorrow. Together, we can prove that kindness is not weakness. It is the strongest force we have to change lives. When love feels perfect, we often believe we know everything about the person beside us. But what happens when hidden truths finally come to light? Secrets that were buried deep, things we never imagined, suddenly rise to the surface. Relationships built on trust can shatter in an instant, and the surprise is not always beautiful. Sometimes it is brutal. Imagine discovering that the one you loved had been living a double life, smiling in your face while hiding a storm behind your back. How would you react if that secret became public, and everyone around you started mocking, laughing, and pointing fingers? Some say betrayal hurts twice. First in the heart, and then again in the humiliation of being exposed. Viewers often ask themselves, would I forgive, or would I destroy that person publicly? Some believe revenge comes best when the world knows the truth. Others argue that dignity means walking away in silence. But the question remains, when a secret breaks the foundation of love, is it more painful to lose the relationship or to endure the shame of public exposure? Now it's your turn. Comment below with your thoughts. Would you mock someone who betrayed their partner, or would you stay silent? Do you believe secrets should be revealed to the world or kept private to protect the heart? And most importantly, if this happened to you, would you forgive? Or would you make sure the betrayal was remembered forever? The stage is open for your voice, because love, secrets, and surprises always leave scars that people never forget. When you watch this social experiment, ask yourself, why is it so easy for people to mock someone they believe is poor? In this story, a billionaire deliberately disguises himself as a homeless man to test society's true face. The results are shocking. Many who saw him sitting on the street laughed, ridiculed, or ignored him completely. Some even made cruel comments out loud, as if public humiliation were acceptable when directed at someone who looked powerless. But what no one knew was that behind the dirty clothes and tired eyes stood a man of immense wealth and influence. The same people who mocked him for his appearance would have treated him with exaggerated respect had they known his real status. This dramatic reversal reveals something uncomfortable. Too often, society measures human worth by money, clothes, and surface-level appearances. Now, it's your turn to react. Imagine if you had passed by this man. Would you have shown kindness or joined the crowd in mocking him? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't hold back. Here are some prompts to spark your words. Mocking someone in public only exposes your own lack of character. Respect should never depend on a person's bank account or clothing. People laugh at the homeless. But what if the tables turn tomorrow? Public humiliation isn't entertainment. It's cruelty disguised as humor. This shows how society worships wealth but forgets humanity. The billionaires. Disguise strips away illusions and forces us to confront an ugly truth. Far too many people mock the vulnerable, forgetting that dignity should never be conditional. Comment below with your raw opinions. Do you think public ridicule reveals the truth about society, or does it simply expose individual ignorance? Testing compassion. Was it fate or a hidden lesson in empathy? Sometimes life places us in situations that feel almost staged, as if destiny itself wanted to test not our strength, but our hearts. When we witness someone being mocked in public, the reactions vary. Some laugh along, others stay silent. A few step in, driven by empathy. But what if every moment of public ridicule carries a deeper message, a challenge asking us, will you choose cruelty, or will you choose compassion? Mocking someone publicly may seem harmless to those doing it. It can feel like a quick joke, an easy laugh, a passing moment. But for the person being ridiculed, the sting lasts. It shapes self-worth, scars confidence, and echoes far longer than the mocker ever realizes. To humiliate another human being in front of an audience isn't just about laughter, it's about stripping away dignity in real time. Yet, hidden inside these moments is a powerful opportunity for those who witness them. Empathy is not born in silence. It is awakened when we choose to respond differently. If you saw someone being mocked, would you stay quiet or would you defend them? Would you risk being the next target just to protect someone else's humanity? This is where the lesson hides. Compassion is not tested when things are easy. It is tested when stepping forward feels uncomfortable. Fate, or maybe a hidden teaching, places us there not to laugh, but to learn. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe mocking someone in public ever teaches a lesson, or is it always damaging? Have you ever witnessed someone being ridiculed, and what did you do? Do you think fate puts us in these situations to reveal our empathy, or is it simply a test of character? Your words might inspire others to rethink how they respond the next time cruelty appears in front of them. Let's turn moments of humiliation into opportunities for reflection, empathy, and growth. When family, wealth, and identity collide, the mask always slips. What people present on the surface is often just a performance, carefully constructed to gain approval, respect, or envy. But behind the facade lies something raw, uncomfortable, and undeniably real. We live in a world where appearances can be more valuable than truth. Families hide dysfunction behind smiles. Wealth is paraded as if it were character, and identity becomes a shield rather than a mirror. Yet sooner or later the cracks show. Pretending to be flawless does not make anyone flawless. Pretending to be powerful does not erase weakness. Pretending to be morally superior does not erase hypocrisy. That's why it's important to speak out, to challenge illusions, and yes, to mock publicly when deception becomes unbearable. Public mockery has always been a way for societies to strip false idols of their power. Exposing hypocrisy through sharp words and fearless ridicule forces the truth into the open. It prevents the continuation of a lie that manipulates others. This is not cruelty, it is accountability. When someone builds their identity on lies, when they flaunt wealth to cover insecurity, or when they use family as a mask for corruption, public exposure is not optional. It is necessary. Mockery becomes a tool of justice, a way of tearing down the false stage and demanding authenticity. So here's the challenge to you. Don't stay silent. Don't let appearances go unchallenged. If you see hypocrisy, speak it. If you see arrogance built on lies, laugh at it. If you see someone hiding behind illusions, expose it. Mocking deception is not an act of hate. It is an act of unveiling truth. Comment below with bold affirmations. Declare why public mockery is a weapon against hypocrisy. Write sentences like, mockery strips away false respect. Public exposure is the cure for arrogance. Hypocrisy deserves ridicule, not silence. Wealth without integrity is a joke. Pretending to be pure only makes corruption louder. Your words matter. Your affirmations can pierce through illusions. Let your comments echo the truth. Appearances are fragile, but truth is unbreakable. Have you ever met someone you thought you knew completely, only to discover they've been hiding a secret that changes everything? That's exactly what happened when I uncovered my fiancé's hidden legacy. It all started with what seemed like a simple act of kindness and led me straight into a world I never imagined. The people we think we know sometimes have families, wealth, or pasts that shock us to our core. Now I'm left wondering, if I had known the truth from the beginning, would I have reacted the same way? I know this is going to spark some strong opinions. Some of you might think, wow, karma, or that's so embarrassing for them. And honestly, it was tempting to laugh out loud at how bizarrely dramatic the situation became. So here's my question for you. Would you ever publicly mock someone who tried to hide their true identity, or would you keep it to yourself? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments. Share your wildest reactions, your laughs, or even your most savage zingers. Who knows? Your comment might even make someone else in this crazy story crack up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because the story doesn't end here. There's more drama, more surprises, and more shocking family secrets waiting just around the corner. Remember, sometimes the people we think we know the best have the wildest secrets hiding in plain sight. Comment below and let's talk about the most awkward, hilarious, or savage reactions you would have in a situation like this. Who knows? Your opinions might even spark the next part of this story. Have you ever had one simple act completely flip your world upside down? That's exactly what happened to me, and it all started with a sandwich. I was walking down the street, barely noticing the world around me, when I saw a man sitting alone, clearly struggling. Without thinking, I offered him my sandwich. It seemed like a small, almost meaningless gesture, but what happened next was beyond anything I could have imagined. As he took the sandwich, he smiled in a way that made me feel a strange sense of familiarity. Little did I know, this man wasn't just anyone. He was someone connected to my fiancé in a way I could never have guessed. Suddenly, a simple act of kindness led me straight into the center of a life-altering revelation that changed everything I thought I knew about family, wealth, and identity. Now here's where I need your thoughts. Imagine if someone publicly mocked this moment. If the world had laughed at me for giving away my sandwich, only to later discover the truth. Would you laugh? Would you feel embarrassed for me? Or would you celebrate the twist and cleverness of fate? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Be honest. Who would mock publicly, and who would secretly admire the courage behind a simple act of kindness? I want to see your takes, your judgments, and yes, even your memes about how people react when life throws them a curveball. And if you're curious about the full story, how a sandwich turned into the discovery of hidden family secrets, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Sometimes the smallest choices create the biggest consequences. Tell me, if you were in my shoes, would you give the sandwich? Or would you mock the homeless stranger scenario? Let's hear it. Your comment might just reveal who among us would face destiny with courage, and who would laugh from the sidelines. Have you ever walked past someone on the street and assumed you knew their entire story? Maybe you laughed at a disheveled man asking for change, or scoffed at someone wearing the wrong outfit in a coffee shop. What if I told you that the person you quietly mocked could secretly be living a life of unimaginable wealth, yet chooses humility over showmanship? Today, we're diving into the power of humility and exploring how billionaires, yes, real-life billionaires, sometimes live completely unnoticed among us. These are people who could flaunt their wealth in ways we can't imagine, but instead, they blend into the crowd, walk quietly, and live a life far from the spotlight. Now here's the kicker. How often do we judge or publicly ridicule someone based on appearances alone? How often do we assume that a person's value is written all over their clothes, accessories, or job title? This video isn't just about billionaires. It's about the lessons we ignore when we mock others. I want to hear from you. Have you ever publicly laughed at someone, only to later realize they were completely different from what you assumed? Do you think it's fair to mock someone based on first impressions? Could humility and kindness be the true mark of someone extraordinary, even if they don't broadcast it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Share your own stories of being wrong about someone, or maybe even moments where you've seen someone quietly living a life far beyond what you could imagine. Let's spark a conversation about judgment, humility, and the hidden stories around us. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If today's story made you pause and think, imagine what other incredible tales are waiting for you right here. Have you ever wondered what would happen if two completely different worlds collided in the most unexpected way? In today's story, we dive into the life of someone from privilege, surrounded by wealth, comfort, and expectations, meeting a person who has faced poverty, struggles, and survival every single day. It's a collision of worlds, hearts, and values that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about love. Imagine the awkward moments, the tiny misunderstandings, and those hilarious but slightly uncomfortable social faux pas that only happen when two completely different lifestyles meet. Some people will cringe, some will laugh, and some might even whisper, "Oh, that's just begging for public humiliation." But honestly, isn't that part of what makes these stories so addictive to watch? Now, here's where it gets really interesting. As these two souls navigate their unexpected connection, the audience gets to decide who deserves sympathy, who deserves mockery, and who might just need a reality check. And what would you do if you were in their shoes? Would you silently judge, roll your eyes, or openly call out every embarrassing moment for the world to see? We want to hear it all, your opinions, your laughs, your savage commentary. And comment below with the moments you would have publicly mocked or the lines you would have used to roast the awkwardness. Which character would you publicly embarrass first? Which moment made you think, "This is gold for a roast"? Don't hold back. Share your thoughts, your witty comebacks, and your most honest reactions. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you never miss another story where privilege and poverty clash in the most unexpected and sometimes hilariously awkward ways. Remember, in love and life, sometimes the greatest lessons come from the moments that make us squirm, laugh, and yes, occasionally mock a little. Trust, wealth, and true intentions. What really matters in a relationship? Have you ever wondered what truly defines a strong relationship? Is it love, trust, or maybe the wealth and status of the people around us? Sometimes, what seems simple on the surface hides a tangled web of intentions, secrets, and social pressure. Imagine this. You're dating someone who seems perfect, but then you discover their family is far from what they seemed. Suddenly, wealth, influence, and social image come into play. It raises a question we all secretly ask ourselves. Do we value the person or the perks that come with them? Now here's the juicy part. Some people claim they would never care about money or status. But deep down, they might just laugh at those who can't keep up or mock publicly anyone who fails to meet their expectations. How often do we see people publicly judging, teasing, or outright humiliating someone for not being as rich, attractive, or successful? This video isn't just about love or wealth. It's about true intentions. When someone pretends to be kind or generous, are they acting out of real care or just showing off for others? And here's where I want you to get involved. Drop a comment below with your honest opinion. Have you ever seen someone publicly mock another person to feel superior in a relationship? Or tell us your take. Is wealth a real factor in deciding if someone is worthy of love, or should we focus solely on character? Don't hold back. Share your experiences, your shock moments, or even the stories you've witnessed in real life. Let's have a real conversation about trust, wealth, and intentions. Some stories might make you laugh, some might make you cringe, but all of them reveal what really matters. And before you go, hit that subscribe button if you want more videos uncovering shocking truths behind relationships, family secrets, and the hidden sides of wealth. Because trust me, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. Beyond first impressions. Why kindness must not depend on appearances. Have you ever judged someone based on how they looked or the life they seemed to live, only to realize later that your first impression was completely wrong? We live in a world where appearances can be deceiving. The person who seems unremarkable, quiet, or even out of place might hold a story far more profound than we could ever imagine. Kindness is not just a social nicety, it is a reflection of our character. When we choose to show compassion regardless of appearances, we not only uplift others, but also strengthen our own sense of empathy. But why does it feel so tempting sometimes to laugh at someone, to mock them publicly, or make a joke at their expense? Social media and our fast-paced culture often reward mockery. A single funny clip or comment can gain thousands of reactions in minutes. Yet, the cost of public humiliation is real, even if we don't always see it. Behind every laugh at someone else's expense is a person who might be struggling, someone whose life might be more complicated than we could ever guess. Imagine this. You mock someone online for being odd or different, only to later discover that this same person had a huge impact on your life. or even held a position of influence that you never expected. How would you feel then? Would your laughter still seem harmless? Or would it sting with the weight of regret? I want you to think about moments in your life when you judged or laughed at someone superficially. Could you have chosen kindness instead? Could you have looked beyond appearances? Sharing your experiences in the comments can be a powerful reminder to us all. We are more connected than we think. And kindness is never wasted. Comment below, have you ever witnessed someone being publicly mocked for their appearance or circumstances? How did it make you feel, and what would you do differently now? Let's open a conversation about empathy, humility, and the courage to be kind even when no one else is watching. Remember, the world changes when we choose compassion over mockery. Your comment might inspire someone else to see beyond first impressions today. Romance meets reality. When fairy tale love stories take shocking turns, have you ever believed in a love story so perfect that it seemed straight out of a fairy tale? We all love the idea of a Prince Charming sweeping someone off their feet or a romantic surprise that changes everything. But sometimes, reality has a way of crashing in, leaving us shocked, confused, or even ready to laugh at the absurdity of it all. Imagine being in what seems like the most perfect relationship, only to discover secrets, betrayals, or shocking truths that turn your world upside down. Maybe your partner isn't who you thought they were, or maybe the people around you are hiding something completely unexpected. It's a scenario that feels like it belongs in a movie, yet happens more often than we care to admit. Now, here's the fun part. Let's be honest. Who hasn't wanted to poke a little fun when someone's perfect love story takes a nosedive? Comment below with your boldest, funniest, or even slightly savage opinions. Don't hold back. Tell us exactly what you would say if this happened to someone you know. Would you mock them for ignoring the red flags? Laugh at the dramatic reveal? Or secretly enjoy the chaos while sipping your coffee? We want to hear it all. Share your reactions, your I told you so moments, or your most dramatic commentary on public embarrassment in love. Think of this as a safe space to let your inner critic shine. After all, some stories are too shocking not to tease a little. And don't forget, if you're enjoying these jaw-dropping love stories and want more real-life twists and shocking reveals, hit that subscribe button. You never know which story will make you laugh, gasp, or even shake your head in disbelief next, so go ahead, scroll down, type your wildest comment, and let's see who's got the sharpest, sassiest take on love gone wrong. Your comment might just be featured in our next video.